In order to enter Shaolin Temple and learn martial arts, the man shaved off all his hair. Then he took an incense stick and inserted it into the top of his head. Under the gaze of the Buddha statue, the man fainted on the spot from the pain. When he opened his eyes again, he found that he had already changed into different clothes. However, on the first day of entering Shaolin Temple, the man encountered a challenge. Because everyone here who wants to eat has to step across the floating logs in front of them, and their feet must not touch the water. Seeing that others easily jumped over, the man also thought it was simple. But as soon as he stepped on the log, he lost his balance and fell into the pool. The man took off his wet clothes and placed them on a stone pillar to dry. This took up a lot of his time. When he entered the dining hall, all the food had already been eaten up by his fellow disciples. If he wanted to fill his stomach, the man had to stand on the floating log while eating. As long as he could keep his balance, he could eat the bowl of porridge. But as soon as the man stood on it, he fell into the water again. The master punished him by making him wash all the bowls and chopsticks clean. In order to exercise the coordination of his body, the man found 2 wooden buckets and rolled them on the ground, and then he jumped on them and rolled along. After 1,000 failures, the man finally mastered the skill of balance. He increased the rolling speed of the wooden buckets to the fastest and jumped back and forth between the 2 buckets. The master thought he was a genius in martial arts. In order to stimulate the potential of the man's body, the master asked him to stand between 2 burning wooden sticks. The master shook the candlestick in front of him and asked the man to move his eyes following the candlestick. At first, the man felt it was easy, but soon, the master gradually increased the shaking speed. The man didn't notice this and subconsciously started shaking his head, which caused him to get burned. After countless practices, the man's eyes could move faster and faster, and he could stop them at will at any time. On this day, the master asked everyone to demonstrate their cudgel techniques. Everyone put the wooden cudgel into the gears and stirred it, but it was very difficult to control. Because the wooden cudgel was easily stuck in the gears, and if they tried to take it out, their arms would be scratched by the spikes above. The reason for doing this was to exercise the strength required for the Shaolin cudgel technique. All the disciples' arms were already covered in scars. Even so, they didn't stop their movements, and after countless practices, the man had already mastered the secret of the cudgel technique. The master was very satisfied with the man's learning ability, so he asked the man to come to the martial arts training ground. He needed to defeat this wooden wolf. Seeing that his fellow senior disciples couldn't defeat the wooden wolf, the man decided to take action himself. He used his unique move and smashed the wooden wolf to pieces. Seeing that the man was full of killing intent, the master showed him the cudgel technique for driving away wolves. The master waved the cudgel, broke the limbs of the wooden wolf, and then struck at the wolf's mouth. He didn't stop until he successfully knocked out the teeth of the wooden wolf. Realizing his mistake, the man requested to go to the back mountain for meditation and cultivation. After a period of cultivation, the man quickly mastered a new move.